Mexican bush sage is a perennial plant in USDA zones 8 to 11. It gets these long spikes with the gray green leaves, and on the tip, about 8 inches, you get, white and purple flowers. And the leaves and the flowers, they are all velvety. They like full sun, and they attract a lot of hummingbirds and butterflies, and it is drought tolerant and requires a lot of sun. So if you want to have some color in your garden in late summer or early fall, this is a good perennial to plant. So today I'm going to show you how to propagate Mexican bush sage from its cuttings. The best time to start the cuttings is in spring. So I took these two stems from there, and you can see that these lines, these are the nodes from where the leaves come out, and potentially the roots will come out. So what we are going to do is, now we're going to make cuttings out of it. So just cut it below this node. So this node will go in the soil, or actually this rooting medium, which is just coco peat, 3 parts coco peat and 1 part perlite. And just above this node, so this node will develop leaves. Most of the times I like a cutting in which there is a leaf on the top, but that's fine. And we'll just dig it in. So again, cut it below the node. And it's okay, in this one I have 3 nodes. I don't know which one was bottom. Okay, here I can see the leaf direction, the small leaf or the stem. So this is how it will grow. So that is very important. If you don't have leaves, you don't know which is the right one. Okay, so in this, I'll cut it here. So I'll keep 1 leaf and then bury it down there. This one just below the node, remove all the bottom leaves. Because leaves consume a lot of energy. If you leave the leaves on the cutting, they'll wilt, and all the energy will be wasted in keeping the leaves healthy. But you want to leave a couple of leaves, halved or just 1 leaf, so that they keep doing some photosynthesis and keep generating energy for the cutting. So again, I'll cut below the node. This one goes as it is. Again, cut below the node. This one has 3 nodes. Cut below the node. Okay, so these top ones, which are like really soft, you want to remove those. And this is yellow leaf, so I'll remove this. So 1 leaf is left, and then there's a node at the bottom. So it just goes down. Now this one, I'll remove the bottom leaves, cut it below the node. Again, this is the soft one. I'll remove that. And I'll leave it like this and just put it in. So the coco peat helps because it keeps this cutting moist, because coco peat holds the water for a long time. So now I'm going to water it thoroughly, and then I'll cover it with a clear plastic bag, loosely covered like this. So and it's just loosely placed here. So there is air circulation. But what happens is then, whatever water evaporates, it kind of condenses right here. So even the top of the stems, they stay in humid conditions. And I'm going to leave it outside in a shaded area in the garden. And I'll keep misting it every once in a while, so that the stems are in humid conditions, the rooting medium is moist, and as they start to grow, I'll keep you posted. It's been about 7 weeks that we planted these Mexican sage cuttings in this planter, and this planter has been sitting in a shaded area um, for past 2 weeks. I removed the plastic bag that I covered on this because I could see some growth here. So, and I keep the soil moist, as you can see here. So now I want to see if it has grown any roots or not. So one thing that you want to do first is just try to pull these. So try to pull this cutting. So if there is no root, they will come out easily because there's nothing to hold them. And if there are roots, then they don't come out that easily. So I'm trying to pull it. Of course, I'm not going to pull it too hard because it may break the roots if there were any. So, but it's not coming out easily. So hopefully this one has roots. So I'm going to just dig it up. Yes. So let me show you against this leaf. Can you see this root coming out? So there are many small roots, but there is one big one. So that means, and all of them are green. None of them have died. I'm going to push that back in. I don't know if it will survive or not, but I'll just push it back in. So that means all these cuttings have roots now. So that's good news. And all of them survive. So that is even better news. So now I'm going to move them in a filtered light area where they get, under a tree. I'll put them so that they get some sunlight and some indirect sunlight, and let them grow there. And then they'll be ready to transplant. And since all these cuttings have roots now they can absorb the nutrients from the medium, and which doesn't have any nutrition right now. It's just coco peat and perlite. So I'm going to add some fertilizer to it, general purpose fertilizer, so that these cuttings, they grow well. But as far as making plants from cuttings are concerned, we just took the cuttings. We didn't even put rooting hormone in this, and we just planted them in this planter which had 3 parts coco peat and 1 part perlite. And I watered it thoroughly, and I covered it with plastic bag and left it in a shaded area outside. And I just kept on misting it every week so that the environment around these cuttings is humid. And as you can see, that they have grown roots. So maybe in a few weeks they'll be ready to be transplanted wherever you wanted to grow them. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.